Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. It is the morning of the 14th of June, and the website has been updated for the new set called what is it? Assault of the Saiyans, and it is going to be released August 2nd. And they released like a big video. You should watch this. I will not because I don't want to get copyright striked. But this has some good info. But there's also some extra info just on the website and everything. So let's just jump on into it. So let's go here. Wait, no. Do I want to go there? No, I already have it here. Aha. What was I here? Ah, okay. All right. So we have so first just the booster pack in general. It's super cool because it has like all four colors, like it's like multicolor itself. But it's August 2nd, and it has 235 cards, which is a big boy set, with 16 super rares, 2 secret rares, 10 special rares, 5 campaign rare types, and 4 special rare with signatures. So they're bringing back his sign cards for some of them, which is really cool. And yeah, just a bunch of cards. 235 is a bunch. But I think some of them overlapped with rarities and that kind of stuff. But still, that's a huge set, which is cool. And it's really based on multicolor. From what I've seen, it's still just blue, yellow, and red, green. Those are the ones that get it. It's not any additional, but it's really cool, and it's really based on kind of two things. One, like red, green, like Saiyan Invasion Saga, which we haven't really got into yet. Also, like some Broly stuff, and then also the like Zamasu fight and just like Universe 6 in general. So really cool. And then also there's these campaign rares, I guess, or what is it? What are they calling them? They're calling them, yeah, campaign rares. I've always liked the campaign rares. I think they're really cool. So they're just a bunch of like Super Saiyan 3 boys and girls. So, and also like the Super Saiyan 3 Nappa with his goatee, which is super funny. So hopefully the card's good. It looks like all these have like really high specific costs, but yeah, should be really interesting. Yeah, here are the sign cards we're talking about. So Vegito, Gohan, Trunks, and Hit. So almost all new signatures except for Vegito. So I don't actually know who signed Vegito. I don't know if it's like Sean Shamel or if anything like if oh boy, Sean Shamel and oh no, I'm gonna get so chastised for not remembering his name. I know his name. Oh no! Oh no! Anyways, the voice actor for Vegeta. Oh man! Oh man! I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back in like a minute. And it's gonna be like, here's his name. But anyways, and so also there's dash packs. So there's every 12 packs you get a dash pack. So a box you get 2. Looks like there's a Gogeta, a Trunks, a Broly, and a Vegeta. And that's it for that. So we'll go to the pre-release. So this is really interesting. I think this is how you get it. Like it's a little box, but it has 6 packs and 2 pre-release promo packs, and it has stamped cards all the way to rare. I don't remember if the rare cards were stamped last time. I think it was just common and uncommon, but that's cool. You also get a pre-release dash pack, which involves special cards from there. So that's really cool. And let's go to there. I'm still just trying to remember what Vegeta's voice actor's name is. All right, so they actually have 2 star decks. So first, there's like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but they've labeled them like the original star deck for beginners, and then there's also the expert deck. Yeah, so we've got this red green. One for with like I think it's King Vegeta as the leader for this one, so that's really cool. And it's just a bunch of red green. We can see one thing that we're starting to see is that there's some red green red green extra cards, which I wonder if they have the energy exhaust or not. Part of the reason like I say that is because like a lot of the battle cards are like 10k combos that also have energy exhaust. I wonder if these are just red green that are extra cards, but they don't have energy exhaust. I think that'd be a good compromise because you can't combo them away. They're less easy to get rid of. So, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure how they're going to use it, but they're probably going to have energy exhaust, to be honest. But really interesting. We also get some like a Saiyan Kaba reprint, which is nice, and like a Digging Deep. Other than that, just a bunch of new cards that they're not talking about yet. With also some new ones. Raditz is actually in the game. Wow, great, awesome. So that's really cool. Next up, Chris Sabat. That's his name. I didn't look it up at all, but that's his name. I figured it out. So, anyways, okay. We've got let's see, expert deck. So we've also got this one, which so it has 51 cards and a booster pack for some reason. And also they're adding some 10 star deck exclusive cards, which is crazy and many. And also they get the leader card will be found with a silver and gold foil treatment, and 5 of the remaining 9 cards will be foiled at random. So that's interesting. But this one's more blue yellow stuff, and it kind of focuses around Universe 6, and Vegeta also is part of that sometimes. So because I think it's a Kaba leader, and the back is Vegeta and Kaba, and then there's like a Vegeta Saiyan of Universe 7. But the rest of them are Universe 6 stuff, so that's really cool. It's interesting that they're going blue-yellow with this, because all the other Universe 6 stuff is, I think, almost exclusively red, so it'll be interesting to see how that all works out. But yeah, yep, that's about it. Once again, another multicolor extra card. 2 of them, actually, so it'll be interesting to see how that works. But yeah, very cool deck. And then, let's see. And then there's also... in the announcements tab, so this is actually kind of hard to find, but they kind of released their first designer notes, and I really love these. It really kind of helps me kind of see where they're coming from and what they're wanting. So if you want to, you should really read through this, talk about what they want. But there's some new cards, so I'm going to look at these. I haven't seen these yet, so let's just jump into it. So red green, 2 1 1 red 1 green. 10k. I'm pretty sure almost all of these multicolor cards are going to be 10k combos, just so they're not easy to get out of your hand. But Energy Exhaust, Alliance, red green. When this card attacks me, you activate the skill by choosing 1 or more red green battle cards in your battle area and switching the rest mode. This gains power equal to the total power cards. Switch to rest mode by the skill for the duration of the battle. And if you switch a Sun Gohan Youth to rest mode, this card gains using the skill, draw 2 cards, and this card gains critical for duration of the turn. That's super duper good. Just being able to plot this out on turn 2, get let's say you have like a 5-drop Gohan Adolescence, so then you get a 25k crit and draw 2 cards. That's a lot of power. So, and I really like this, because most of the other multicolor cards are kind of like end game cards, or like mid range. So like having an early game card that you can actually play, like it makes sense to play, is cool. So awesome card. Let's see, and then hand destruction. So we've got this Raditz, first one. So this is the awakened side. We don't get to see the unawakened side, but so it's a green Saiyan. When this card attacks leader, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and sends it to their warp. So you don't get to draw a card. Your opponent it's still technically a +1. It's just your opponent loses the card. And also choose up to 1 red or green Saiyan card in your battle area against +5k power duration of the turn. All right, interesting. Also Vegeta the Cruel. Counterplay this card. If a multicolored card is in your energy, reduce the energy cost in your hand by 1. So this can be a 2 cost. And then when you play this card during your opponent's turn, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 less, KO it. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand, sends it to their warp. That's really good, actually. Being able to, well, I mean, it's for 2, it's a little bit expensive, but for green cards, you kind of want to bait out 2 energy, because also you get value from preemptive strike, and so if they don't play anything with preemptive strike or that's in that range, you can still play this Vegeta to negate the does not negate the it's counterplay. Yeah. So it's not, okay, I guess this is almost strictly better than preemptive strike, right? Yeah, the only difference is that preemptive strike, the card would be able to play its auto, and if it's not, this card does not let you do that. But still, it's good. You can still play this card. I could even say this good in like Vegito decks, because it's just a Vegeta you can get out on the field with 15k for 2 energy on your opponent's turn too, with counterplay stuff. So interesting card. We'll see how that goes. Next up, we also have let's see, some new leaders. So let's go to the unawakened side first. Okay, so this is the Son Goku and Vegeta. Permanent. If your life is at 4 less, this gains +5k power during your opponent's turn. Interesting. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Wow, just straight up nothing. Okay. If you have 4 or more energy, choose up to one blue Son Goku and one yellow Vegeta card in your hand with energy cost 2 or less and play them. Then you can only play Trunks, Future, and Vegeta cards for duration of the turn. You can't activate the skill for duration of the game. Okay. When your life is at 4 or less, you draw one card and flip the silver. Okay, so I think that's fair. So one, it kind of ramps out Vegito when you have 4 or more energy, which is great. I think is really great. And then also, it doesn't punish you for not awakening early because it gives you plus 5k on with the permanent. So that's really cool. And then also, like, I think this activate main is really great for ramping out good stuff. And then also when your life is at 4 less, only drawing one card I think is totally worth it. You get so much value, it seems like, on the front side already. So untapping, like, this active main is essentially an energy untap because it lets you go into your combo. But on the awakened side, when this card attacks, draw 1 auto once per turn. When you combo with 1 or more battle cards with energy cost 1 in your energy, when you combo with 1 or more battle cards with any cost of 1 in your energy using a skill, choose up to one of those battle cards, and when the battle ends, the chosen cards are returned to the owner's hand instead of being placed in the owner's drop area. Whew. Okay, so it looks like this is good for. I don't think any of the. I think one of the 6-drop Trunks does stuff with comboing from your energy. So that might be part of it, but I mean, like. It looks like the main thing is using this to ramp out your win condition, and then I guess like a little bit more extra from that. But it looks really interesting. So, yeah, being able to kind of be defensive on the awakened side I think is really cool for a lot of decks. So there's that. And then I think, is this card new? Okay, so this card's new. So there's a new Goku Black. This is just from the anniversary box, but so. Barrier, when you play this card in your leader cards, a Goku Black or Zamasu, add the top card from your deck into your energy. That's cool for 3. And then when you play this card, and your leader card is a Goku Black or Zamasu, at the end of your turn, opponent's next turn, reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If that card's a battle card, place it in your opponent's energy area in rest mode. Otherwise, draw 1 card, and then your opponent shuffles deck. Okay. Let me reread that. So when you play this card, and your leader card's a Goku Black or Zamasu, at the end of your opponent's next turn, reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If that card is a battle card, place it in your opponent's energy in rest mode. Otherwise, draw 1 card and your opponent shuffles their deck. Okay. So you get ramp, but at the end of the day, your opponent also gets ramp. So that's kind of cool in the sense, like, or you get to draw a card if it's not a battle card. I think I know why they do that. Okay, so here's the dumb reason why it's like that. If you're playing against the Shenron deck and you get a Goku, like a Dragon Ball, then you can just win the game by putting their Dragon Ball in their energy. So that's probably why they made that how it is. But maybe they should have just said if it's not a Dragon Ball. But maybe there's some more extra cards in the future that are going to be like that. But so anyways, so that's cool. And then I kind of saw this one before, but Fuse Zamasu Supreme Strike. So when this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Choose up to 1 blue or yellow Goku Black or Zamasu cards from your among them, add them to your hand, and shuffle your deck. Also, the fact that we have another Zamasu deck or leader can be really cool. I'm not really familiar with the other cards, but this could be really important. When this card attacks a leader card, this card gets minus 5k power for duration of the turn. Also, active main once per turn. If your opponent has 8 or more energy, choose up to 4 cards from your opponent's life, place them at the bottom of their deck in any order. And then also active main, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, return to their opponent's hand. So hand removal is great, but also just the fact that so I didn't see this card previously, but being able to ramp for your opponent can be really devastating. It also makes me think of like the secret rare from the War Martial Arts one, the Goku Oob. If you can maybe run Goku Oob in this deck now, because you can play this if they're like 5 energy or so, or even 4, and you play 2 of these guys, then your opponent has to add up to 2 cards to their energy next turn, and then you can play the Goku Oob. So I think that could be really good, and if there's more like ramp for your opponent, I could see that working out. And then since Series 7 will focus on multicolored cards, old colors black might look a little sad by comparison. With no leader cards or cards at super rare above, we understand that it might look that way. However, it doesn't mean cards are getting weak. There are plenty easy to use cards like Transmission, Time G, and a lot of counters as well. This era's theme revolves around making Overarm stronger, so let's see. takes away. So yeah, let's see. So Toki Toki City. So field. When you play a battle card using Overwhelm, place the top card from your deck under this card. Activate. Choose 3 cards under your under this card and send them to your warp. If your later card is black, battle cards you play using Overwhelm aren't sent to the warp at the end of this turn. So that could be really good, especially if you have like Demigra and you like Overwhelm twice with Wormhole, then they get to stay there. So the card that they say can be immediately helpful for that is like this Fu, the Dark Banisher. So you get this big triple attack boy. And then also just the fact, so your opponent can activate skills unless they choose 1 card from their hand and send it to their warp. So if this card's still out here, then on their turn this activates too. So they have to discard cards from their hand to just activate more skills, including like their leader skills to attack to draw 1 card. Like that can be super good. We'll see how that goes. Oh dang. Yeah, so just the skillless black card, that's really interesting, and it has no combo power. Yeah, and you can also play with Dimension Support Trunks, which is cool. But yeah, that's weird. That's 0 cost, which that's really funny. So, anyways, I think that's gonna be it for me. Really excited for this set. It looks like they put like a lot of design and thought into it, so that should be really cool. Already the cards we see have me excited, and what can I build with these? So I hope you guys are feeling the same. And that should be it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.